Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of World Talks here on TVP World, where every word matters. I'm your host, Benjamin Lee, and please join me and my guest on this next interview. An act of defiance is taking place in Albania, where over 130 Afghan women have gathered for an international summit to stand against the Taliban's assault on women's rights. Organized by activists, the summit aims to develop a united voice to challenge the Taliban's oppressive laws, including a ban on women speaking in public. Despite obstacles, including being blocked from attending, these women are determined to make their voices heard. Joining us today on TVP World is Nigara Mirdad, Deputy Head of Mission at the Embassy of Afghanistan in Warsaw. Hello and welcome to TVP World.
Thank you for having me.
Can you help us understand the significance of this summit in Albania and how did it come together despite the Taliban's attempt to suppress it?
Thank you. I would like to say that it is first gathering Afghan women from inside and all around the world in Albania by the support of the Albania, Switzerland and Spain government, and also collaboration of Afghanistan women organization. In this event, which held it from 11 to 13 of September, actually today is the last day of this meeting. We are talking about the basic right of the woman, which we are facing from the rules and the close to 100 statement by released the Taliban and also the law, the last law that they published. And as I said, it is the first time we have it a woman from inside of Afghanistan.
All right, like you mentioned, there are women inside and outside of the country kind of coming together and uniting. How are they kind of coordinating and uniting in this fight for their rights?
It's not, because the challenge is very huge. We are facing a legitimate government. As we are, if we achieve the basic rights, we have to, at the first step, we have to democratic structure such as election, rule of law, and courts. Unfortunately, on the lack of the legitimate government, the lack of the rule of law, and the lack of the courts, and also not the focus of international community, what should we do? That is the topic of this meeting. And we hope that, and we need to combine efforts of the international community, regional countries, and the most important, the institution representing the Afghanistan people and especially Afghanistan women.
So what are the key demands and or actions that these women at the summit are hoping to achieve?
We are trying to at least find the common version. As you know, there are many women organizations that they are with different ideas resistant against the Taliban. We want to come together in a big community and to our voice should heard by the international community and to give the hope for the women who are inside of Afghanistan, because from the people who came from inside of Afghanistan, we heard a very tragic histories about our sisters who are living under this law in Afghanistan. That is why, because to finish this, this nightmare and to fight against this, we came together because there were many events during the past 3 years, but this is the first time we have from inside of Afghanistan and also around the world, and also a strong statement by the international community, and especially two foreign ministers of Albania and Spain and the EU.
Right, like you mentioned, this is an outreach to draw attention of the situation in Afghanistan to the international community. And how has the international community responded to it?
During the past 3 years, we the international community, especially human rights organization, they released reports about women's situation in Afghanistan and also a lot of support statement. But we want the basic action started because it is almost 3.5, doesn't change anything. We want that international community and especially they have to ban their office from the Qatar. The Taliban cannot, there are a lot of pressure on the hand of the international community to push the Taliban and, they should accountable because of this violation that they committed on the people of Afghanistan and especially on the women. We want that international community use this pressure on the Taliban that they should become accountable.
All right, so just to give our viewers a bigger picture of how it looks like in the situation in Afghanistan, how does the Taliban's latest crackdown impact the daily lives for women there?
Unfortunately, as you all aware, that this leader of the Taliban, the invisible leader, because no one seen him, just we know by the statement that he released after 1 or 2 months against the woman, how to disappear the woman from society. Most of this, their leaders, they are living in the regional country, the Qatar, Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Pakistan, and all their families, member of their families, their daughters, they are going to this school, and also they are using the sports clubs. Unfortunately, the women of Afghanistan and the girls face this rule that released by them. This is also another pressure by the pressure by the international community to push them or to ask from these countries that they should leave their family inside of Afghanistan and they should see how is the situation. And the other and what we want from the international community, they should recognize these opposition as an official oppositions woman. We are asking for an official office in any other countries, or and also we are asking international community that the many who are helped by the humanitarian aids for Afghanistan, it should be some accountability, because we know that all the Taliban access to this money, and they feed their soldiers than the people of Afghanistan.
There's also this movement to classify the Taliban's action as gender apartheid under the international law. Can you help us explain what that is?
Yes, what is the situation in Afghanistan? It is true gender apartheid in Afghanistan. We also call on international community to recognize this. I'm sorry, because it was a call. To recognize this crime as a gender apartheid. Our activists in the United States and the Europes, they are working with the lawyers in the UN to explain at the UN that it should be recognized as a gender apartheid, and who are committed this violence, they should be asked on the court.
Right, a very, very difficult situation there in Afghanistan. But meanwhile, thank you so much for helping us understand more of this and shed more light on the situation. Really appreciate it. Thanks for being with us on TVP World.
Thank you for having me.
Cheers. And thank you for watching this edition of World Talks. But for more news, update, and commentary, please stay tuned to TVP World.